Good morning, students. After completing the 10.1 exercise and some theorems, so now here let's take some example here, and these examples are actually given in your book. And these two examples, whatever we discuss here, these two examples are very important examination point of view. So first of all, you see the example number 2. So according to your question, the question is given two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point T. Prove that angle PTQ equals to 2 times of angle OPQ. Now according to this question, the diagram if you see here, so one external point we consider and the external point is here we consider T. From this T we draw two tangents because already we know from an external point to a circle maximum we can draw two tangents. So one tangent we draw TP, another one is TQ, and then after that what you have to do, we have to join this PQ, and O is the center here, and OP, this OP is the radius. Now let's see what we need to prove. So the proof is angle PTQ equals to 2 times of angle OPQ. So if you check out here, PTQ, that means this one is the PTQ, and OPQ is OPQ. That means this PTQ angle is 2 times of this OPQ we need to prove. For this, what we have to do, first of all, we just consider this angle PTQ equals to, we assume theta. Just we consider this one is theta. Clear? Now after that, if you see here, then we write here since TP equal to TQ, and here written here why. You know why? Because this T is the external point and TP and TQ are the tangents. Since we know that from an external point when we draw two tangents, the tangents are always equal. The length of the tangents are always equal. For that reason, these two lengths are equal. So that's why we write here TP equals to TQ. Is it clear? So now after that, if you see here PTQ, now this one is a triangle. In a triangle, if two sides are equal, then the name of this triangle is known as isosceles triangle. So that's why we write here isosceles triangle. Since one more property we know, if two sides are equal, then their opposite angles are always equal. So you see here TP and TQ are equal. So that's why for this TP, the opposite angle is TQP. And as well as TQ is the side, for this TQ, the opposite angle is TPQ. So that's why these two angles are equal here. So that's why we write here angle TPQ equal to TQP. Is it clear? Now in triangle TPQ, TPQ is, you see here TPQ. That means this one is a triangle. So separately here drawn the triangle is this one here TPQ. So in triangle TPQ, so one property we know, angle sum property. The angle sum property means what? The sum of three angles of a triangle are always 180 degrees. So that's why if you see this diagram, one angle is this one, another one is this one, third one is this one. So the sum of these three angles are 180 degrees. So that's why we write here TPQ, TQP and PTQ equal to 180 degree. Since already we know TPQ means what? Already we get TQP. So in place of TPQ, we have to put TQP and others are remain same. So here TQP, TQP, 2 times of TQP we write, and in place of PTQ, already we consider at starting this one you see. So in place of PTQ, we write theta, and this one is 180. After that, we have to shift this theta on in the right hand side, and here we write 180 minus theta, and then after dividing both side by 2, then you get here 180 by 2 means 90 here, theta by 2. Is it clear? Up to this we get here. Again, if you see the diagram one more time, if you see here O is the center, P is the point of contact. Since one property we know there, the length of tangent and the point of contact, this one is the radius here. This whole angle is always 90 degree because in earlier property, in earlier theorem, in the last class we get this one. So this one is the point of contact, length of tangent, and this one is the radius. So that means this angle is how much? 90 degree. For that reason, here you see we can write OPT. OPT equal to what? OPT equal to, we can write 90 degrees. So that's why here written you see OPT equal to 90 degree. Is it clear? So separately here the diagram drawn here, this one. So here OPT is 90 degree for that. Here if you see, we can separate into two parts, OPQ plus TPQ. The sum of these two is OPT, so that's why we have to write these two results. And from here TPQ, since we know TQP and you see here TQP and TPQ are same, so that's why in place of TQP we can write also TPQ. So in place of TPQ we have to put this value. After that 90 cancel here. If you shift this theta by 2 on the right hand side, then OPQ equal to theta by 2 you get here. OPQ equals to theta by 2. Theta means what? Already we know what? PTQ. So that's why here, and if you cross multiply these two here, 2 times of OPQ equal to you get here angle PTQ. In this way we can prove this result. Is it clear? Okay. After completing the example 2, now next you see the example number 3. Here the example number 3 is PQ is a chord of length 8 cm of a circle of radius 5 cm. The tangents at P and Q intersect at a point T. Find the length TP. So now in this case what you have to do, if you see the diagram here, suppose we consider a circle here. Circle is this one with center O, and now here we consider an external point T. With respect to this external point T, we can draw two tangents. So two tangents we drawn, one tangent is here, another one is this one. So TP is the tangent and TQ is another tangent here, and then we join PQ. Now here what you have to do, now let's see here, in this case we have to find out the length of TP. So now if you see here TP, this length we have to find out. For this some results are given here. So now the PQ length given to you, PQ length is given 8 cm actually, and the radius is given 5 cm. In this diagram already shown this one. So now here what you have to do, so when we join PQ, now after that what you have to do, from this center O we have to join this external point T. Now in this diagram if you see here, this OT line bisect this PQ. Bisect means already we know separated into two equal parts, so that means the PQ length is 8 cm. So that's why these two are equally separate into 4 cm and 4 cm. So here the midpoint is we consider as a R. So that means PR equal to 4 cm as well as QR is also 4 cm. Is it clear? Now after that you see here, now in this diagram you see OPR. So since this one is a 90 degree here, so this one is a right angle triangle. So for that reason here, first of all we have to find out this result OR length. So for this what you have to do, OPR, or you can say here ORP. So if you see this one here written, ORP equal to ORP length we consider, since OP we know 5 cm and PR equal to how much? 4 cm here drawn here. So easily we can apply here the Pythagoras theorem. So that's why Pythagoras theorem equal to hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So that's why after writing this OP square minus PR square, we have to just shift this PR square on left hand side, and then we write here. So after calculating this OR length we get here 3 cm. Is it clear? Next, let we consider this TP length equal to X centimeter, and now we consider here this TR length equal to Y centimeter. Since already we know the length of OR equal to how much we get, already we get here 3 cm. So that means total OT length equal to how much? This distance is Y, and then this one is plus 3. So that's why OT equal to we get here Y plus 3. Again now you see here another triangle. If you consider, if this triangle, now this time we consider PRT. So separately here drawn this one, you see this triangle we consider PRT, separately we drawn. So this PR length equal to 4 cm, TR equal to Y, and PT equal to whatever you write, TP equal to X. So if you consider this one, then again we apply here the Pythagoras theorem. If you apply the Pythagoras theorem, then TP square equal to TR square plus PR square. So if you put the value TP equal to X, so X square, Y square and 4 square. So just we put this one is equation number 1. Again, if you consider another triangle here, you see in this figure you see OPT. If you see properly here, OPT, since this TP is the tangent and P is the point of contact, so OP is what? Radius. So obviously the whole angle is how much? 90 degree. So that's why here the diagram separately here drawn, you see OP and TP, and this one is OT. So here this one is 90 degree. So obviously here the hypotenuse is which one? Y plus 3. So in this triangle we have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. So that's why what you have to write here, OT square equals to TP square plus OP square. So after writing this one, OT, in place of OT we just put the value y plus 3 whole square, then this one TP equal to x square and OP equal to 5. So y plus 3 whole square means easily we can apply here the a plus b whole square formula. So after putting the a plus b whole square we get this one y square and this, and then if we calculate, then the value of y equal to how much you get, 16/3 centimeter. Now if we put this y value in equation number 1, so in equation number 1 means this one you see here. So here x square equal to y square plus 4 square equal to, we put equation number 1, and in this equation what you have to do, we have to put the value of y. So y equal to how much, 16/3. So because why we put this 16/3 here, because we need the length of this TP, is not it? TP length we need here according to our question. So that's why this y value we have to put here. So if you put y value there, then 16/3 whole square plus 4 square. So 4 square means 16. So 16 whole square, that means 16 square and 9. So from here 16 is common. So if you take 16 common, then what will remain? 16/9 plus here 16 common, then 1 remain. So if you take LCM here, if you take LCM, then we get this result is 16 plus 9/9. So 16 plus 9, 25. So that's why ultimately we get what we get here, 16 into 25/9. So why we convert this one to this type of result here, 16, because we need the square root. So x square equal to this result. So if you find out the square root, 16 square root 4, 25 square root 5, and 9 square root 3. So that's why easily we get the value of x from here. X equal to how much you get here, 4 into 5 divided by 3. That means 20/3 we get. So our required answer is the length of TP equal to what, 20/3 centimeter. Is it clear? Okay. Now we start the exercise 10.2. So in exercise 10.2, the first 3 questions are MCQ questions. So these 3 are homework you have to do by yourself. Is it clear? So after that, the next question number 4 is given here like in this way. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. So that means now we need to prove this result. So for this, what you have to do, very simple question this one. If you see, first of all we have to draw a circle, clear, and after drawing a circle we have to draw a diameter. So the diameter here drawn like in this way, you can draw anywhere. So the diameter we have to draw here. So this PQ is the diameter here we consider, and now here with respect to this PQ, so now here this P and Q, with respect to these two, we have to draw 2 straight lines. So one straight line is AB, another one is here we draw CD. So now our aim is what? We need to prove with respect to this diameter the endpoints are PQ, and when we draw 2 straight lines with respect to this endpoints, then these straight lines are always, we need to prove, parallel. Is it clear? So now here how can we prove this result? You see, since O is the center, if O is the center and Q is the point of contact, so that means OQ is what? Radius, and CD is what? The tangent. So one thing we know, the radius and the tangent, so the angle is always how much? 90 degree. Similarly this one is also 90 degree. In the same way, if you consider this O point, OP is the radius and AB is the tangent, so that means point of contact, so that means these angles are also 90 degree. So if you see here, easily we can say these two are the interior angles. So 1 is equal with, we can say 3, and 2 is equal with 4, because both of them are 90 degrees. So in class 9, one property we get, if the interior angles are equal, and PQ is the transversal, then the lines are what? Obviously the lines are parallel. So this property if you apply here, if the alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. So since PQ is the transversal, so that's why from this result what we can say, this AB line is parallel to CD. Is it clear? Okay. Next question is, prove that the perpendicular at a point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. That means what is the meaning of this question? So now here when we draw a perpendicular from the point of contact, so that means the point of contact is P. So when we draw a perpendicular from the point of contact with respect to the tangent, this line always passing through center we need to prove. Is it clear? This line always passing through center we need to prove here. So for this, what you have to do here, suppose first of all we consider a diagram here with center O and P and AB is the tangent here, and now here we need to prove this from when we draw a line from P, this P line always passing through center. So now here through the contradiction method, whatever we have done this in real numbers, irrational, like in this way we have to do here by the contradiction method. So that means what you have to do, we have to assume another point. Suppose the point is we consider Q. So that's why here we write here, let us assume that the perpendicular to AB at P does not passes through center O. It is not passes through center O, this one is passing through Q, we have to assume. Clear? So if we assume Q, according to our question, one thing we know, if center is Q, then obviously QP is perpendicular to AB. If suppose center is Q, then QP is always perpendicular to AB and QPB angle is always 90 degree. Is it clear? Understood or not? What we assume? We assume Q as a center. If we assume Q as a center, then QP is always perpendicular to AB and then QPB equal to 90 degree. But in real, O is the center. If O is the center, then OP is always perpendicular to AB and OPB equal to how much? 90 degree. So that's why here we write OPB equals to 90 degree. Is it clear? So from 1 and 2 you see here the right hand sides are 90 degree. That means the left hand sides are always equal. So that's why we write here angle QPB equal to OPB. But these two angles are equal we get. But if you see the figure here, obviously this OPB angle is greater than QPB or not? Obviously it is true. So that's why we write here QPB. OPB angle is always greater than QPB. So that's why we write this one. So that means from here what we can say? In reality what we can say? These two angles, that means QPB and OPB are not equal. Is it clear? So these two angles are not equal we get here. So only the possibility is that this one QPB and OPB are if equal. What is the possibilities here? If OPB and QPB are equal, these two are only possible if the QP and OP are same. These two angles are equals only when if OP and QP are same. So whatever we assume, another point, another center we consider Q, actually this one is not lies here. This Q always lies on this O point. So that means from here we can say when we draw a perpendicular line through point of contact and passing through point of contact and the tangent, then this line always passing through center. Is it clear? Okay. Next question you see, question number 6. The length of a tangent from a point A at a distance 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. Find the radius of the circle. So very simple and easy question here given. So first of all we have to consider a circle with center O and we have to consider an external point A. From this A up to center the distance is given 5 cm according to your question. Is it clear? And from the point of contact already here mentioned, if you see length of tangent means what? The point of contact and the external point distance. So this distance is given here 4 cm. One more property we know, from center if you join point of contact then this radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. So that's why this, if you see here OBA, this one is a right angle triangle, so easily we can apply here the Pythagoras theorem. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, so from here easily you can find out the OB length, whatever we calculate here, you see. So from here easily we can calculate the length of OB is how much? 3 centimeter. Is it clear? So your task is what? You have to complete the example questions, you have to note it, example questions, as well as you have to complete the first 3 questions of the exercise 10.2, and after that you have to complete this 4, 5, 6 question. In our next class we continue this 7, 8, 9 questions. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.